Hey, y'all, it's Monét Exchange.
And my name is Bob the Drag Queen, and this is Sibling Advicery. Now, listen, we need you all to know that we are not doctors.
Not even a little bit.
We're not therapists. We are not psychologists.
We don't know much about algebra.
Psychiatrists. If you need advice, please go to your doctor, your rabbi, your priest, your shaman, your teacher, your therapist. This is just for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, everything we're saying is for use in this podcast only. Do not take this as sound advice to take into the world to remedy your issues. If you have, do not take any of this seriously. This is for entertainment purposes only, and we don't want anyone to feel like we are diagnosing them, that we give them a prognosis on life.
So with that in line, let's get into some advicery. Henny?
In line, in mind.
What are you listening to?
Remember when we went to Todrick Hall and I was freaking out about that guy behind us that was singing?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Avery Wilson, man. His voice is truly one of a... It's on some Whitney Houston shit. It's like a voice you get every couple of lifetimes. Is it
like R&B and soul?
Yeah, R&B soul stuff. His name is, if y'all don't know Avery Wilson, look up Avery Wilson on YouTube. I'll just listen to him singing Can We Talk, the Tevin Campbell. Obviously, you grew up with that song being like a thing.
Can we talk? Well, tell me if I sound as good as him. Ready? Can we talk?
Okay, first of all, you're already started in the wrong key.
A minute. Girl, I do my own key. I don't sing the key Tevin Campbell sings in.
Okay.
Anyway, let me finish.
Go off.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Some of us, when we
I love how you get Jamaican. I love how you get real. But you also said, "Can we talk for a minute?" You got
for a minute, girl. I want to know your name.
Gail, you need to stop it, Gail, because you want a piece of chicken and a can of Coke.
Yeah, Gail, she's a proper scouser. How are you feeling, Monét, today?
I feel like you are a disingenuous person.
I'm not asking about me, bitch. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel like you are a disingenuous person.
Why?
Because you put something on the Patreon. There is literally no context to this picture. You put a picture of me with one of my shoes off at the bar. That means literally nothing. First of all, you know that you and I were very physical performers. When I say were, because since your busted ass knees is preventing you from being physical these days, and we would often do things. So me having a shoe off at a bar in New York in 2017, 5 years ago, means literally nothing about my quote unquote alleged exploding foot.
Listen, let me just say this out loud. I have been letting Monét come for me and my knees for 4 years on this podcast. The moment I mention Monét's exploding foot, all hell breaks loose. Monét's like, don't bring up my foot. Monét's magic exploding foot. The foot that exploded 1,000 times. So Monét's mad because now y'all know the reality that she's the one who's bad below the waist. She's the one. Yeah, my knees are fucked up, but bitch, your foundation is cracked, honey. Maybe the first floor is not good here, but maybe the concrete they poured under the house is falling apart on you. And that picture, I told you I used to take pictures of Monét's feet because it would always tickle me when her shoe, her right foot.
Pictures. So in a court of law does not hold up. Pictures. Okay, you said pictures. Give us pictures. We saw a picture. Okay.
I found one because what happened was I was trying to find something in my storyline. I went to go chat with someone, and then I saw that they had posted something or responded to my story back in 2015 or something. So I tried to scroll all the way back to see what they were responding to. But in the midst, I realized you can't go past 2017. Like the archives or something don't go past 2017.
Really?
For me anyway. For me. So then I found this one picture and I was like, oh my God, this is the picture of Monét's exploding foot with the shoe off. And I'm going to scroll through. I'll probably find some more. Listen, y'all, let me put y'all this way. Monet can say whatever she wants. Stay tuned because there will be much more proof of the exploding foot coming forward. So you can go to siblingrivalry.com/Patreon. And when I tell you a lot of evidence will be coming forward very soon about Monet's exploding foot, rest assured.
Oh, well, I will be. Well, I'll get many. Not even pictures, bitch. I'm gonna give y'all videos of your fucking disintegrated kneecaps. Okay, your fucking shit that is like, your fucking kneecaps that have evaporated, bitch, like a fucking kind of condensed milk, bitch. I'm gonna have to show them videos of your fucking kneecaps.
How long have you been workshopping disintegrated kneecap? That's my question, honey. Ever since I came out with exploding foot. Now, also,
just now in this moment,
the difference is I have never claimed to not have bad knees. You are acting like your feet are fine. And Mary, they're not, honey. Find images from 5 years ago. Can you find any current images? If my foot is exploding, it just doesn't heal over 5 years. It would still be exploding. Your foot is done. You're done. You're done. And the difference is, Monet, we aren't on our feet like we used to be. We used to do these long. We don't do. You and I don't do 6 1-hour shows a week anymore. You and I both know that. Honey. But anyway, listen, I don't need to do a bit of posturing. Everyone just sit back, relax, go to siblingrivalrypodcast.com/support. And when I tell you in the next coming weeks, the evidence will be pouring in, you'll see. Oh, pictures, videos. Oh, because I know there's a video of you tiptoeing around on one only maker. Literally, the only maker. They call it the only maker. They sent you one of them bitches.
Bitch, have you heard Megan Thee Stallion's new song? Bitch, when I tell you, she is on some 90s rap hood bitch shit, and I fucking love it. It's so good.
I love
Called
Megan.
Plan B.
There really was a video. I think Gail or someone is interviewing Megan about
Tory Lanez
being shot by Tory Lanez, and like, why is he not in jail?
I think the trial is still going on. He's facing 22 years,
but posted bail.
Yeah, but he's facing 22 years and 8 months in prison. I hope he gets every single last fucking week.
Overshooting Megan, right?
Yeah, and she came in. I mean, obviously this is a traumatic experience. And hearing her talk about it, she was like, I was scared, but I didn't want to move because she was like, what if he shot something like vital? Like, what if he hit her in her fucking spine, bitch? You know what I mean? Like, that's scary. I can't even imagine.
The fact that he was like, dance, bitch. That's so fucking disgusting and repulsive. And honestly, it is how people talk about women in music. And he's one of those people who's like actually out here in these streets doing that. And I think it's repulsive. I think it's disgusting. I think anyone who still listens to his music, I mean, it just honestly, and maybe I'm being extra hyphy because it happens to be an artist that I really love, but it shouldn't have to be an artist that I love for it to be disgusting behavior, you know?
Yeah. I fucking stand Megan. She's so great. And she really is great. She's really, really, really great. I'm so happy to like be alive in a time that I can like appreciate Megan like in her current status. Like, she's really great.
That's what I said. I was just saying, I said about Mariah Carey all the time. Can you believe that we're, like, out of all the times you could have been born, we get to be alive at the same time as Mariah Carey. We're so lucky.
Mateo wishes you were alive with when Maria Callas was here.
Mateo was alive when Maria Callas was, I mean, not in her heyday.
But I mean, like, when she like, I'm sure Mateo wishes like he could go see Maria when she was at doing the fucking shit at the Lyric and shit in fucking Italy. I'm sure.
Well, Monet, today is not Sibling Rivalry. Today is Sibling Advicery.
Yeah, and we're gonna give advice to people.
I think we should get crack a lacking into some advice, honey.
Let's do it.
Hey, Bob and Monét, this is Noel in San Francisco. I wanted to give you a little preface for something. I'm in a interracial relationship. My partner is white, and I was outside our home last week alone. I was actually like had headphones in, working on our garden, and was just listening to the podcast, and this woman sort of like waves her hand to get my attention, and I pull my headphones on. I'm like, yeah, can I help you? And she goes, oh, I love what you've done with the garden. Can I hire you guys to work on mine too? And I was like, oh no, I live here. And she had that moment where she goes, oh shit, like she knew that she messed up and was really embarrassed. So I kind of helped her through it and was polite about it. But I'm actually sick of dealing with it. Like every time I go to deal with the garden, as a brown man, people ask me like, "Oh, do you know the owners? I have questions for them. Oh, they did a nice job." It's very like language that's focused on, hey, you can't possibly be, you are in a subservient role, period. There are things that happen, like if I go to the grocery store, people just ask me where things are, like, where's so-and-so, with like without any, I don't know if it's the way I dress, I don't know if it's just the color of my skin, but they just assume that I'm in a subservient role. And my question to you is, have you had to deal with that? And do you deal with the frustration as well? Because Jesus, sometimes, man, it's annoying as hell. Thank you. Love you guys so much. Signed, stop calling me spicy.
I have never been in the position where someone has confused me to in that way. I'm trying to think if I've encountered a situation. Oh, Jacob should have muted his mic. If I've encountered a situation where someone has treat me in this way, and I don't think I have. But my advice to you, and I obviously I get your frustration. Like, obviously that's fucking annoying. You shouldn't have to deal with that. But I guess, and in my mind, right, I want to go to, bitch, you should answer in a mean way, like, bitch, I'm not the fucking help. I'm not the this, and like, in my mind, that's where I want to go. And personally, I think that if you feel that in your spirit, bitch, let them have it. But I don't know, because I want to be toxic, and I know, and y'all told me on this podcast, Monet, you need to. So I'm trying not to be toxic, but I feel like I want to go to a toxic place. Like, stop fucking assuming shit about me. I asked the question first, so maybe you should go first, because I feel myself giving toxic and negative energy.
So I get this a lot. I get this all the time.
Really?
Yes, all the time. I remember one time I used to have this red cardigan sweater I used to wear. And I remember one time going to Target and I was wearing the red sweater. To be fair, I was wearing a red sweater at Target. But I was walking through Target. I was wearing this red sweater. And this little girl came up to me. She was running and she was like 10 at the most. And she was so excited. She stopped me and she was like, "Where are the toys? Where are the toys?" And I was just like, aisle 7. They're on aisle 7. That was not a true answer. I don't know where they were. I just felt like I didn't want to. I was like, but also because I look. Well, first of all, I am African. Monet is African. All Black people are African. But I apparently look like I am like first generation or having immigrated to America from Africa. Africans often come up to me and just start speaking in African languages. This happens to me a lot in New York City. And most of the fabric stores in New York City, a lot of Africans work there. So often I would be at the fabric store trying to buy some fabric, and then someone would just walk up to me and be like, "Can I get 5 yards of this?" All the time. And I would just look at them and I just say, "I don't work here." I said in that voice, and then this is my face, I go, "I don't work here." And then I maintain eye contact. And then I let them fumble through the awkwardness of assuming that I work at this place by themselves. I don't assist them through it. I do not owe them that. I don't offer advice. I just straight up say, "I don't work here." Every time. That is my response every single time.
I guess a similar thing that I'm feeling is like, for example, like if I go to a supermarket and there's this thing where people have like little kids or pets or something, and like they like, and like the kid like, and they have like a baby, and the baby like looks at you and waves and smiles or something, and they look at you like they want you to respond. 9 times out of 10, I will look back at kind of like what Bob do in that same deadpan. I will stare at them and the baby like. Or if they have their kid and or their pet, and they're like, "Oh," and they're like, the pet will like looks at me like wanting to pet. Bob knows this about me. Like, bitch, I barely like my cat. I don't fucking like people's pets and shit. I don't go up petting people's shit. I'm like, "Oh my God, your dog is so cute." I just look at them deadpan. So in that same way, I would say when someone does that in the neighborhood that you live in or that your boyfriend lives in, that you frequent, when they say that, you literally don't respond and look at them like,
"I don't work here."
And just like give them that same, don't give them any energy of like, of you feeling like apologetic in any way. Like I like that. I'm just giving them just dead cold energy. If you want to say words like Bob did, sure, but I tend to just say no words and no response, just deadpan. And then if you think I'm mean, great, that's not my problem. And I that's how I tend to respond to people's animals and their children that I don't want to engage with.
I like talking to kids. I
hate
almost always enjoy talking to children. I like
you also talk to them like they're adults. Okay, a kid will be like, "Hey, Mom, how you doing?" And Bob was like, "Hello, Amanda. How was your day doing?" Like Bob talks to them like they're like fully functioning like a 35-year-old.
Well, kids like that. Kids like when you're like, "Oh, hey," like I'll see a little kid waving, and they're like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And the kid will be like, even babies, I'll be like, "Well, hello there. How are you? How's your flight?" There's always a little kid peeking through the little cracks in the seat. And I'd be like, "Oh, hey, you're crawling into my space. You are crawling into my space, aren't you, little buddy?"
Do you like engaging people's pets? Bitch, when people make you like want you to engage with their pet, that shit fucking gets on my nerves. I don't like pets. I do not like pets.
It depends on the pet. I really have to learn. I have to know a big dog and I have to know a small dog, because small dogs are really feisty and big dogs can be dangerous. So I have to really get to know your big or small dog before I'm just going to start petting it. Medium-sized dogs tend to be really friendly for some reason. Big dogs are friendly too, but I don't know your dog and it's big and it's scary. I don't engage with people's cats almost ever. I engage with Colleen now. Usually when I come, I give Colleen a little bit of attention, and then when I leave, I will pick up her little bed. I lift her up and I say, "I'm leaving." And then I put her down.
Not me, bitch. I don't care if you had an animal for years. I do not like engaging people's pets. I don't like little dogs. I don't like big dogs. I don't like little medium-sized dogs. I just don't want to engage with pets. And
I don't like manly dogs. I don't like big dogs.
It's because also Mom knows this, I am allergic to dogs. I'm allergic to cats too, but because Colleen is hairless, I'm like less likely to have an allergic reaction. But I'm allergic to dogs. So if I'm very forgetful. If I go pet your fucking dog and then I forget and I rub my eyes, bitch, my eyes are red, they're itching. I'm like sneezing for the rest of the day. So I don't like touching dogs ever.
How do you feel about Potato?
Potato is here. Potato is Andy's dog, and I don't really
in the house now.
No.
Oh.
But I don't really engage with Andy's dog like that. Like Potato is there, and I'll be like, "Oh, Potato, look at Potato," and that's it. I don't cuddle Potato. I don't pick Potato up. That's just not how. That's not how. I'm not like that with dogs.
White people will give their dog a food name: pickle, biscuit, potato, cocoa, chips. Those are white. There are white people listening right now. There is someone right now with a dog named Biscuit. There is someone right now, a white person. And if you are a white person and Biscuit is sitting next to you or Pickle is sitting next to you, comment below.
Yeah, black people like human names for their pets.
No,
yes.
I think they named them. No, I don't know. Not in the South.
West Indians do. West Indians love a human name for a pet.
In the South, our dogs' names like Bear, Grizzly, Big Man, Rocco, Beast. Those are Southern names. I found that lesbians do give their dogs human names or their cats human names and give their girlfriends cat nicknames. They're like, "This is my dog. This is my girlfriend, Cupcake, and this is my dog, Elizabeth."
Charlie. Yeah, so how are you with fucking Andy's dog Potato, bitch?
I've never met Potato.
Oh, well, you like dogs though. Like you fucking like dogs. You famously had one.
If Potato is friendly and likes to get pet or is a little chill, I'll probably like the dog. I like dogs.
Work. Well, you know what? Then you should have him.
And I don't like. It's not that I like. I'm not like. I don't want to like hang out with kids and stuff. But I like talking to kids, one on one, like being able to just be like have a conversation with kids. But I think because I work with kids for so long, I'm not one of the folks like I love kids. Like I don't want to. Some people really, really want to like spend their time with kids and like be integral in kids' lives and raising them. And they want nickname. They want to be uncle this and auntie that. I'm not. I have two kids who I'm an uncle to. I don't have. There's. I don't. I don't. I'm not nobody's play uncle. I do not like anyone's kids giving me familial nicknames. I am not your uncle.
Damn. I am not your Negro.
Well, black families in the South do play family, and my mother has never. My mother's like, I don't have no play. I don't have play cousins. I don't
not
have
play
any play
family, but I get you saying in St. Louis we did that too, but not the play family, but like pretty much everyone who was a close family friend who was not a direct aunt or uncle was still aunt to this or uncle this.
Nope,
it's not like play.
Not in my direct family, and it's in the South we call them play cousins. In the South, your friends are your play cousins. That's just a phrase that we use. But my mother is like, you have these are your cousins. You have actual cousins. These are your cousins. And I had two cousins who would always call me their brother, and my mom would be like, Amanda is not your sister. Amanda is your cousin. You and Amanda are not. Amanda. You and Amanda are not siblings. You have one brother. His name is Justin, and Amanda is your cousin. Which I actually appreciate it. It's a great way to set boundaries, because people would come in your life and just claim your family. Just claim it, honey.
I saw this TikTok the other day about this woman talking about about church and religion, and I was like, oh my god, Bob, I think I sent it to you. Didn't watch it, you dumb bitch.
You sent me something on TikTok. I don't think you've ever sent me.
Oh yeah, I did. It's her talking about how religion has destroyed the black is causing the black community to be fucking a prisoner of itself.
And she's right.
Yeah, and it was great. It was really great.
Oh, it's long. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. It's long.
Yeah, it's long. It's long. Yeah,
I'll watch it.
But it's good. You love it. Jacob, shall we do the next question?
Dr. Umar, I hope she's like she's not supporting him, is she?
She's not supporting.
She said she's like, hold on, I gotta hear just the beginning. One sec, because Dr. Umar is a fucking clown.
He's wild. He's fucking crazy. But
I mean, part of that I agree with, but that is not a nuanced take. I don't think that black people are keeping themselves impoverished. Black people maintain
the whole thing. The whole thing. It's talking about how religion has created a structure where black people, instead of spending your time doing other things, you're going to Bible study on Wednesday, Christ meeting on Tuesday, a choir meeting on Wednesday, and you're not taking a lot of that time and effort and money into putting it into your own self and your own family and your own communities and really building them up. You're giving the church millions of dollars a year, and you're doing nothing for yourself and your family.
Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Anyway, we should get some more.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're one question in.
I know. We have a lot to say.
20 minutes in, one question.
Jacob, go ahead.
Hey, Bob and Monét. I am a 32-year-old cis gay male in Austin, Texas.
Ew.
Patron, love y'all so much. My question is, I'm getting ready to attend a friend's birthday party in a few weeks, and the theme of the party is stripper circus. I want to come up with a fun, creative idea on what to wear and not just be a full-on thought, but a little thottiness. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. But just not gonna show up in my underwear. I want to get some creative ideas and spend some time putting together a cute outfit. So I wanted to ask you all for some ideas on what could be fun that's not super basic. I will probably be shopping on Amazon and doing some minor work to put an outfit together. So anything that you all think might be some good advice on how to do that, some tips and tricks would be appreciated. Love y'all so much. Sincerely, Lost at the Circus.
Stripper
thank
circus.
You. Okay, let me try it now. If the theme is circus, I'm always going to go clown. I love clowns. I fucking love clowns. I was going to be a clown before I was going to be a drag queen. Bitch, I almost tripped and fell into clown life. I was this close to being Cotton Cody. I mean, I still do my clown thing, but I was this close to being Cotton Cody instead of Bob the drag queen.
My god! Can you do your little Cotton Cody voice?
It was like, hey guys, it's me, Cotton Cody. Hey everybody, it's me, Cotton Cody. Anyway, so I always go clown because clown makeup is just so fun. It's so exciting, and you really can't go wrong with it. Now, I don't know what your skin looks like. I don't know if you're black, white, or brown or whatever, but if you're fair skinned, you can probably get away with doing just a little bit of like clown accessories, like a clown eye, a little red nose, and like a black lip or some sort of a clown lip moment. I found that on darker skin, you want to really paint your face white because it helps the clown makeup pop. You can also keep your hair the way it is. You know, you don't have to do anything wild with your hair. That makes it sexy. Get a pair of really colorful Speedos, like a polka dot Speedo, some suspenders, some knee-high socks that are like striped multiple colors, and a pair of red Converse. And then bring in like a rubber chicken, a pie, some sort of a flower that squirts water, and you're going to be a sexy stripper clown. I think that is, in my opinion, I always lean. My drag name is Eileen Clown. Eileen Clown, honey.
Yeah, I would say if you're not feeling the clown, maybe you can do something like more like a lion tamer or something. I'm sure you can get like a sexy lion tamer jacket, because those they're often like bolero cut, so they can, if you just underwear that with no shirt under it, it will put you like right at your pecs. So you have no shirt under it, and you can get like a sexy black thong or like a sexy black really tight booty short moment, and have like a whip or something, and you can be like a sexy lion tamer at the circus, or if you want to go an animal route, maybe just bitch getting you like a fucking, they sell harnesses so cheap on fucking on Amazon, and just get one, and you can get some fur. You don't have to get like real fur. You can get like Muppet fur. You can put it and you can hot glue it to the harness, and you can be like a sexy lion or a sexy bear, and just get like little ears or something. But I think those are cute ways. But I think the lion tamer one, because you can also get like a little top hat too, with the jacket and like the tight and like the black thong, like the booty shorts, and like some thigh high boots. You can be like a sexy little tamer with a whip.
There's also like mesh bike tards you can get. And a bike tard is like it looks like a tank top on the top and biker shorts on the bottom. That's a bike tard. Mm-hmm. It's like a bike short leotard is what it basically boils down to. Anyway, you can get, there's these like mesh bike tards you can go to Amazon for like really inexpensively, and get some rhinestones and like stone them, and you can be like a trapeze artist. And that could be also
E6000.
Really,
if you're gonna stone, use E6000. Don't
if
do
it's
like
for one night, you
can
do hot glue. If it's one night, if E6000, if you're trying to like, if this needs to last and this needs to be tough, in my opinion.
But hot glue can get really messy when that gun starts pouring out everywhere, girl. And then also when you do hot glue, you run the risk of hot gluing your costume together because you're not aware of how fast that shit dries. So at least with E6000, there's like a little window. Hot glue can get really bad really fast if you don't know what you're doing.
What you should know about E6000, that E6000 takes 24 hours to cure.
Yes.
You cannot hot glue it and then walk out the door. You can hot glue something and then just get up and leave. But if you E6000 it, you literally have to wait an entire day for it to, or at least 12 hours.
Yeah, you give yourself some time for it to dry, for sure.
Just if I can find the mesh bike tard up in here, because there were some really great ones, and if I can find one, I will include it in the comment below. But there were some really great ones, and they look really sexy. I've bought them for dancers, and they're. I know you say you're not trying to break the bank, so that's just my idea to you. Are you ready to get another Jake? Oh, go ahead.
Are you gonna be a basic bitch? Bitch, break. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to break the bank. Also, do you see this outfit sitting here, Bob? Do you have my jacket? Did you take the jacket with you?
No, Domino took it with him.
Got it.
Why everything got to be me? Why do you think I'm taking everything?
Well, can you bring it back when you come home?
Bitch. I didn't take it.
Bitch, it's for you.
I didn't ask you for that. I did not ask you. You and Domino need to work.
Okay, you know what? I should have said no. Then your ass would have had no clothes.
You should have, but you didn't, did you? Did you, Monet?
Is this a thank that I get for putting you bitches on?
Listen, I've been trying to add more vegetables to my diet, but it is so hard to find good products, and I always end up with too much left over when I'm done. That's why I love cooking with Green Chef. Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans that fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences.
And what I love about them is Green Chef's pre-portioned ingredients, because it means you actually reduce your food waste by at least 25% compared to grocery shopping for yourself. We've all been to the store buying too much garlic, too much black pepper. You have that stuff sitting in your closet, in your kitchen cabinets forever because you don't use it because you need it for that one meal. That's annoying. Green Chef's always changing variety of easy to follow recipes means there's something new to discover each week to keep it fresh, honey. Green Chef keeps it fresh, so you never get bored. Green Chef's expert chefs curate every recipe so you can enjoy nutritious restaurant quality dishes at home without compromising on taste.
Now with Green Chef, you get hand-picked organic veggies and premium protein, so you can feel great about what you're eating and how it got to your table. We have a lot more information with this. Me and my boyfriend started using Green Chef to make our dinner plans together. It makes it so much fun and it's really delicious. We are obsessed with the maple cauliflower power bowl.
Top bowl.
Yes, it is. It is very, very delicious. And they have a huge menu that can work with different types of dietary restrictions. It is truly amazing. Go to greenchef.com/rivalry130 and use code rivalry130 to get $130 off. What? Plus free shipping. That's a lot of money. Again, that's greenchef.com/rivalry130 and use code rivalry130 for $130 off plus free shipping. Oh my God.
So if you're not on the Patreon because you a basic ass bitch, right here is an outfit that I had to. I'm kidding. Bob is currently filming. We're here, and Domino needed to use a jacket that he made for me to pattern a look that he's making for Bob. So me, in my spare time, when I was busy, the day I was filming, literally had to film the pit stop, had to drive to my storage unit and go get this outfit from storage to bring to my home so Domino could fit it on Bob to pattern a look for him. And I was asking Bob to bring the jacket back home. Bob was like, no.
I didn't say no.
Bitch.
I didn't say no. What I said was, bitch, I didn't borrow it. Okay. I didn't ask you for no favors. Now, I will see what I can do, but if I don't bring it back, what I'm saying is it's Domino's. This is you and Domino's dealing, not mine.
Play the next one, Jacob, before I just fucking left this bitch.
Yeah, from Monet. Play the next one before Monet's foot explodes.
Hi, Bob and Monét. My name is Daniela. I'm a 25-year-old cisgendered woman who identifies as queer. And my question for you guys is if you have any advice on how I can address misogynistic remarks and jokes within my friend groups that are majority cisgendered gay men. This is something that I feel really strongly about, but do not want to offend anybody, especially a community that I love so much. But it does also mean a lot to me to address the misogyny when I see it, because it exists in every single community. And I think it's a big issue that affects so many people, not just, cisgendered women. And I want to be able to address these without offending them, but I have been met with, oh, you're being dramatic, or this is just gay culture. Women are just, crying about this, trying to take this away from gay men, and that it doesn't come from a place of hatred. But I do want to address this because I do not feel comfortable with a lot of things they say. The age-old ew pussies and, so on and so forth. How do you guys recommend that I address this without hurting anybody's feelings and without, taking anything away from anybody, because that's never my intention. Let me know. Thanks. Love you guys.
Coming up in the gay bars in New York City, a big part of that was not a big part, but some of that there was a lot of misogyny involved. Like, women, why are you here at this bar? This is not for you. If you see the drag queen performing, shut up and just give her $1. Like that was a part of it. And I think gay men, it is not just the work of your friends, but I think of gay men at large to really counteract their behavior and to battle like the built-in misogyny that we have in us as not even just as gay men, as men existing on this planet. It is part of our identity. We have a lot of privilege as men in this world, and your friends are extensions of that. So I think a way to combat that is to kind of everything that you just said just now was great. I mean, maybe the problem is that you feel uncomfortable having this conversation with your friends. But if these are close friends of yours, I think that all the knowledge that you just dropped in the question that you asked, I think is a perfect gateway into that. And I think that if you have brought it up and you are met with, oh, you're just being dramatic, I think giving them direct examples of behavior that they've done that has made you feel bad, that is misogynistic, is right. I think when you give people direct direct evidence of like, this is what you said and this is how it made me feel and this is why it is misogynistic, you can't argue that because bitch, you did say it, and it's not me being dramatic. It's something that came out of your mouth that you have said. So I think, and it may be something of like, it happens a few times and you like literally, honestly, bitch, put the voice memo on your phone, record it. Like if you are in a situation where it's happening, like record it. And it may seem a little shady when you play back for them, but sometimes hearing your own voice saying something that is really hurtful and misogynistic is what you need to help you be like, I need to fix this behavior. This is disgusting. I should not do this. So I think it is, if you keep on being met with you're being dramatic, giving them evidences of things that they've said, whether you can record it or verbalize it back to them what they've said. I think that's a great way so that they hear how bad it sounds and how it's behavior that needs to be changed.
I don't know if recording people without their permission would be a great way to kick off a conversation. But I will say this: I do agree that with Monét said that what you said was really well. So like you articulated it perfectly. What you said sounded like all the things that you need to say. Or you can send your friends this link, send them this timestamp, send your friends this timestamp, this link, and I'm going to say this. This is something I say on stage a lot, and I like that you said that misogyny affects more than just cisgendered women. Misogyny affects trans women, cis women, gay men, trans men, bi people. Misogyny affects a lot. Misogyny affects all of us. You know, a threat to one is a threat to all. A threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And I used to be one of those gay guys who would ill pussy this and kind of stuff like that. And I used to just think it was funny. I thought it was, I just didn't know any better until someone was like, why is that funny? And especially once I started dating a person who has a pussy and seeing their response to a group of gay guys cackling about how gross pussy is. Even little stuff like I used to, one day Ezra went for a jog, and then when he came home, he was like, oh my God. I was like, what? He was, I was listening to Kesha, and at one point in her song, she just flat out says, I just can't date a dude with a vag. Now, he's like, and I know she wasn't talking about me, but I just kind of stopped dead in my tracks and was like, that just felt so unnecessary to say. That just really felt so unnecessary to say. And, I'm sure when she's in a room full of men who don't have vaginas, everyone's like, isn't that so ridiculous and hilarious how absurd that would be? So, I know that I've been challenging my friends to let go of that rhetoric and see why it's hurtful. And I think that the verbiage you used with us was succinct. I think it made sense. And people are going to naturally buck against the notion of being called problematic. When you let someone know their behavior is problematic, their gut instinct is going to be like, oh no, I'm not problematic. It can't be me.
Yeah, especially gay men who already feel like that, like they're downtrodden and how toxically masculine men are against them. Like they feel this sisterhood with cisgender with women in general. So like, girl, we're on this. It's that energy of we're on the same team. Like we're fighting the same battle, but it's not the same thing because you are at the end of the day you are a cisgendered male. This is a cisgendered woman, and it is different. So I think that they're when you tell them they're misogynistic, they're hearing, girl, what are you talking about? We're sisters. We're on the same thing, but you're not, because at the end of the day you are a gay man. This is a cisgendered woman. It is different. So I think you're gonna be hit with that. You need to be prepared for that and be like, bitch, no.
And pussyphobia, it comes from a lot of places. Pussophobia. I hear it a lot with gay men. I hear it a lot with trans women. I hear it a lot from a lot of people who just don't have vaginas. A lot of people who don't have who are not born with vaginas say a lot of pussyphobic stuff. And I've become hyper aware of it nowadays, and it is annoying. And I'm very sorry that you're going through that. That's so stupid. I really don't think it's funny. And I am one of those people who in the past I've laughed at things I don't laugh at anymore. But isn't that all of us to some regard? You know what I mean?
No, I laugh at everything I used to laugh at.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you're still laughing at the stuff you used to laugh at. That I believe. Play the next one, Jacob.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Monet. My name is Chase, and I'm absolutely obsessed with your podcast. I recently joined the Patreon. I'm typically listening to your podcast when I'm at work in my cubicle, getting dirty looks as I am snickering to myself in silence. But thank you so much for brightening my day. I am a gay man who is cisgendered, and I am dating a non-binary person who happens to have a penis. So on date number 2, we're getting a little frisky, and they tell me as I'm going for the crotch, they say, you can't touch it because I have genital herpes. And I'm like, I like dick way too much not to touch a dick. This is not going to work. But I ended up dating them for 4 or 5 more dates, and I think I am falling for them. Do I continue seeing them and take a chance on love, or do I walk away knowing that I could possibly catch a disease that would hinder my dating life in the future? What do you guys think? Sincerely, Herpiphany.
I went first last time. Yeah, your turn.
Oh. Okay, so I just want to say that, your partner, there is medication. Obviously, everyone's body is different. But it's really interesting, this one coming right on the tails of Pussygate. There are medicines that your partner can take where over time they will be basically not able to less likely to transmit genital herpes if they don't have any signs. Now, that does not mean that it is impossible. Even if you don't have signs of genital herpes, you can still pass genital herpes on to another person. But there is medicine that people can take. I've looked up with people that I know for a fact had herpes, genital herpes, but they were on medication and they weren't having any flare-ups. And I haven't had anything. I get cold sores on my mouth, and I have kissed my partners who don't get cold sores ever. So people don't always transmit genital herpes or cold sores or whatever, simplex 1, whatever it is, back and forth just because they have it. I take acyclovir once a day, and which lowers my chances of having either a cold sore or transmitting it to one of my partners. So, I mean, there should be medication, but again, there are certain cases. I don't know what the doctors told your partner, whatever they told them. I don't know. Just listen to their doctor, listen to your doctor. Again, we should actually, after this, we're going to record a disclaimer that's going to go at the beginning of every episode that this is advice that is just for entertainment purposes only. Do not go consult your physician, your therapist, your work, your rabbi, your preacher, whoever you need to talk to for your advice. But there is medication that you can take that would greatly reduce the risk of transmission.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you
maybe calling it a disease might not be kosher.
that was gonna be my advice. I was like, if you feel super uncomfortable, I would recommend, if you have a primary care doctor or someone that you see regularly, if you don't have health insurance or a clinic that you frequent when you get tested or whatever, I would say just you can, with your partner or without them, just go and get talk to the doctor about it and get the full scope of what the ramifications are or what the risks are with if you feel uncomfortable, if that's something because if you just brush it off and act like it'll be fine, you obviously something that you are thinking about and it's heavy on your mind, and it's going to it's not going to be good if you just keep on brushing off and not dealing with it. So I think you need to, either with your partner or alone, talk to your doctor, and just so they can you can have all the information so then you can make an informed decision about what will be best for you and how you will feel good. Because that's the best way. Having a doctor tell you all of the things that you need to know about having sex with someone who had genital herpes or whatever it is.
And then you can be like one of those commercials where you're running on the beach, riding a horse, surfing, eating it with friends.
Yeah.
That could be you. That could be you.
But let's do another one.
Hey, Bob and Monét. I love y'all so much. You both did fabulous on Drag Race. Love y'all bunches. So I need advice on a situation that I'm going through, and I just really, really need advice on this. So basically, I'm friends with these two people, and us three were always known as like hanging out together, always like that, kikiing it up. And I just was exhausted with making the plans. So I decided to step back and not make plans anymore. But now they make plans with other people without me. And they literally know I'm sitting in my bedroom just alone, doing nothing. And they don't invite me at all. And I literally cry over this. So like, what do you think I should do in this situation? Should I confront them? And I have confronted them in the past, but they just say like, you always want the attention. So like, what should I do? Please help me. Thank y'all so much. Love you both.
Okay, I'm already lost.
One more time, Jacob, please.
Yeah,
Keep
I'm already lost.
One more time. Did you get lost too,
Hey, Bob and Monét. I love y'all so much. You both did fabulous on Drag Race. Love y'all bunches. So I need advice on a situation that I'm going through, and I just really, really need advice on this. So basically, I'm friends with these two people, and us three were always known as like hanging out together, always like that, kikiing it up. And I just was exhausted with making the plans. So I decided to step back and not make plans anymore. But now they make plans with other people without me. And they literally know I'm sitting in my bedroom just alone, doing nothing. And they don't invite me at all. And I literally cry over this. So like, what do you think I should do in this situation? Should I confront them? And I have confronted them in the past, but they just say like, you always want the attention. So like, what should I do? Please help me. Thank y'all so much. Love you both.
Okay. Now I got it. I don't know how we both got lost. I don't know what we both were like.
I think it's because we both have undiagnosed ADHD. We both have undiagnosed because my brain left me. Oh, you absolutely have ADHD. 1,000%.
I don't know her.
I had the question mark, bitch. You undoubtedly. Okay, so you excuse yourself from the hanging out, and then they started hanging out. They're like,
the plans, not from the hanging out, from making the plans.
Okay, but if we always hung out, okay. If y'all are tight friends, I get it. You're like, I'm sick of making the plans, but he said that he took a step. Okay, only from making plans. You sure?
He said, I got sick of making the plans because he was always the one making the plans. He got sick of making the plans. So now they're making plans, but they're not including him.
Okay, listen, some friend groups have roles. They're in friend groups, people fall into different roles. Whereas you be the one who's making all the plans, there may be someone who is really good at, I don't know, when y'all are all out, everyone's drunk, the fucking designated friend who always gets everyone home. So I mean, I feel like certain friend groups, people fall into different roles. Even in our friend group, when we're all hanging out, we fall into different roles. Kennedy is always running around picking shit up everywhere and putting people's shoes by the door. Patty is gonna be on the couch doing his thing, but Patty is looking at cute boys, showing everyone. Bob is sharing 19 videos on the YouTube video, not sharing the remote with anyone. Like everyone falls into like their thing that they do in the friend group. And I get it that making the plans may seem really exhausting, but but on the other side, it's shady that they are doing other people. But is it enough to cry over, girl? I think you should, and if you've confronted them and they're still excluding you, then bitch, I mean, I don't know what else you can do, but you've been clear. You've said, "Hey, I want to be included, and I don't like it," and they're still continuing to exclude you. I don't know what more you can do. Like, bitch, I would be tired. I would be so over it. I would not want to talk about it anymore.
Well, I don't want to say ask, is it enough to cry over? I mean, I don't want to, that feels like invalidating someone's feelings. Like, why are you crying? Because there's nothing worse than when you're in your feelings and someone goes, why are you crying? And it's like, nigga, because I'm sad. The fuck you mean why I'm crying? Because I'm sad. Damn.
This is also my toxic self, and I don't want to let those people know that they've gotten the best of me. You know what I mean? That I moved to tears. So this is my toxic side. So I acknowledge that.
You have a non-toxic side? Oh my God. I'm not trying to do a thing. When Monét first moved to LA, Monét would hang out with her friends, but she wouldn't tell me. And it used to drive me. I'm not even being funny. It would drive me crazy. Monét, or I would find out through through like Godoy or through Kim or through Naomi, or I see pictures and I be like, oh my God, everyone's hanging out without me. And I'm not trying to do a thing. But see,
I know you're not.
If someone tells you this and then this is how they react, then you feel stupid because you told them. So now you feel like you're a dumb bitch because you're like, why is everyone hanging out without me? And I'm not making this up. There were times you all would hang out or do things and I would not get invited. And I'd be like, this feels, it doesn't feel good. It feels not great. And, when I mentioned it, I would usually just kind of get like we ended up, or I often get told, like, we just assumed you wouldn't want to, or we just assumed you wouldn't like it, or we just assumed you don't like movies, or you don't drink, so why would you want to come to this blah, 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 or whatever. And I think that over time, I just kind of ended up just kind of doing my own thing is how I ended up just doing it, because, or if you and like Rob would play like do like a game night or something. And I'd be like, everyone had a game night and no one told me. So to be honest,
but a crucial piece of information Bob is leaving out is that the reason why Kim would have to not invite Bob is that because, and this is no shade to Bob, but Bob knows this to be true about himself. Kim would like text Bob about stuff in the past and Bob wouldn't respond. So Kim would not text Bob because Bob has a hard time texting people back. And you know this about yourself. So
I don't personally think that is a because, for example, Kim and I have done things together. And she's magically found a way. I mean, the way we communicate, like when Kim and I went to go to see my show together, Kim and I have hung out quite a few times. And so obviously Kim and I know how to communicate to hang out.
Well, there are many times she wanted to where she couldn't get in touch with you. And also to my point, if I get invited, if I get a text message, hey, game night at my house at this time, I'll just show up. And I'm not asking
someone and have them not respond. That's not the same as not being able to get in contact with someone. Kim can get in contact with me.
Right, but that's not to her, she's not trying to like go out the way and like call you 5 times and text you 5 times and make sure to get in touch with you.
And now that's adding things. That's like being like, I text you once, you didn't respond, and now it becomes, I've called you 5 times. No,
I'm saying she's not doing that.
Let me finish. That's the thing where it makes it seem like I'm outrageous, and it's like now it's come down to calling 5 times. It's not calling 5 times. That's not what
Bob,
it is.
Bob, all of your friends know. All of your friends and your coworkers know. I want to do a poll, and now I'm going to make a TikTok. Bob, you are oftentimes.
I'm not great at responding to text, but I'm also one of those people that if there's a plan, especially if you call me, everyone knows this. If you call me, I will answer the phone no matter where I am. I will be in the middle of a shootout. I will say, hey, I can't talk right now, but I'll call you back. I will answer my phone. Everyone knows. Everyone's got this. Hey, I can't talk. What's up? Hey, I'm on the other line. Hey, so and so. So it's one of those things where it's like if you want to reach someone, you know how to do it. If you want to reach them, you know how to do it.
Exactly. And when I've had stuff, I always call you because I talk to you at least once a week, and I would always like, I'm having this thing in my house. But when other people invite me to something, I'm not saying who's on the guest list. You need to invite this person. I get a text like, hey, we're going out to movies tomorrow. You want to come? Sure. And I show up and I'm like, oh, hey, Nay, hey. Like it's not like we're in a big group chat. Like we're gonna have dinner tomorrow. It's like I get a text like, hey, want to go out to the movies?
I didn't accuse you of that. What I'm saying is, instead of spending this time trying to defend why someone's not invited, you could say, oh, I could see how that seems hurtful, and I might try to make a stronger effort to include you in things in the future, as opposed to spending the time defending yourself while you trying to absolve yourself of any wrongdoing. So instead of trying to actually fix the problem, you're just trying to absolve yourself of accusation.
Who, me?
In this moment you are. And it's not about accusation. It's just me saying how I feel. It's just like, oh, I saw everyone hanging out and I was sad that I wasn't there.
But you pointed the finger first. You said that because you said that Monét would hang out with her friends and I would not be invited. So that is
true.
That is implicating. But hold on. That is implicating me by saying Monet is hanging out with friends. You what you should be saying is everyone is hanging out and I wasn't included. But saying Monet is hanging out with her friends is saying like I had a get together with my friends and didn't invite you. When you say Monet is doing this thing with her friends, if you go the language that is less threatening and making me seem like the bad guy is saying all my friends are hanging out. I was invited, as opposed to Monet did this thing with her friends.
Well, I can see why you would say that. I want to be clear. I'm not saying Monet made plans. And Monet, I did not. What I said was Monet was hanging out with everyone because you're my best friend. I mean, me and Kim are friends, but me and Kim are best friends. So if Kim and Plastique hang out, that's not weird. If Kim, Plastique, and Naomi hang out, that's not weird. If Kim, Plastique, Naomi, and you hang out and no one told me, to me, I'm like, oh, I just don't know why no one told me. It's like all the girls got together. And no one then it feels strange to me. And again, I want to be clear. Instead of taking it some sort of like attack, instead of trying to absolve yourself of wrongdoing, I think that from my perspective, it would feel nice if you were like, I can see why that is upsetting. I can see why. And you know what? I will say this: a text did not feel like a strong effort to involve you.
Well, it's what like everyone else gets.
Well, just listen. Just hear me out. But you know, you communicate with different people in different ways because you can't communicate with everyone the same way. You can't use the same method with everyone and expect the same result.
I'd say, and my advice to you to maybe to the language you use to not try to implicate one of your friends or those two as the bad guys, because then I feel like you're going to get a negative result. If you're like, you guys did this thing and you didn't do it, I think you should be like, hey, everyone is hanging out and I feel not included. And then your friend's gonna be like, okay, we can see how we can make a better way to include you and stuff. But if you go in pointing fingers, guns ablaze, and like, you bitches fucking hung out and ain't none of y'all motherfuckers told me, that's not gonna give you a good result. That is gonna cause conflama.
Okay, well, I do agree that the way, but I feel like what he's saying is I used to make the plans and everyone's hanging out and I cry in my room because I'm sad that I'm not there. That doesn't sound like fleeting accusation.
Well, he said he confronted them.
You're just saying words that are true. When all you're saying is you all are hanging out and I did not get invited. That is just true. Everyone's hanging out and I didn't get invited. That is the truth.
Yeah, making it. But yes, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying to this person, do not go and say Jack and Rob, you guys are hanging out with everyone else. Like saying like, okay, everyone is saying everyone is hanging out. I'm not included, as opposed to pointing fingers at two people saying you guys did this thing to and because then they feel like you're saying so you're saying we're actively trying to not include you, and I don't think that is true. Or I don't know this friend group. I don't know what their tea is.
That's jumping to a really bold conclusion. So that's why
that's what I'm just saying.
I try not to extrapolate too much out of what people are saying. I just take the thing that they're saying. I try my best to just take the thing they're saying at face value. So if you just say you guys are hanging out and I did not get invited, you're not saying that's a great way. You're not saying you're intentionally trying to exclude me. All you're saying are true things. Everyone's hanging out. I wasn't invited. I am sad. These are all true statements. I don't think that. Yeah, I think
that's great. I agree with that 100%.
But also, there's a difference. Like, for example, if these two people who he's very close to, if A and B are hanging out with C, D, E, F, and G, maybe he's not that close with C, D, E, F, and G. So it's not weird when C, D, E, F, and G hang out. But when A and B do it, that is odd because we are very close friends. So, like, to make it about our situation, when Kim and Naomi if I see a picture of Kim and Naomi hanging out, that's not weird to me because why would that be weird to me? But if everyone gets together and then Monet is there, then to me, I'm kind of like, it feels weird to me, but also it might also be easier if we're not talking to the friends, but if you are one of the friends who happens to accidentally have excluded someone, we had this happen in our friend group again with Alfredo recently too. It is easier, in my opinion, as one of the friends to say, I'm sorry, we didn't invite you. I apologize. We should have invited you. I forgot. You know what? I genuinely just forgot. I apologize. It was not our intention. And I will try going forward in the future to invite you more. But that does deflates the ego, and it doesn't try to absolve yourself. It just it takes on the ownership. I didn't invite you, and it makes it seem like the person who wasn't invited did something wrong by not getting invited, and then mentioning their feelings. So when the person who didn't get invited goes, I guess I'm sad I wasn't invited. You hung out without me and no one told me. That is true. Does it feel like an accusation? It just feels like maybe it is. It's a true statement.
But if A, B, and hanging out and D, E, F, G, whatever we said, well, like maybe a person who's excluded does not have the same relation with those people. So just because, let's say I'm hanging out with fucking, I don't know, Elliot with 2 T's, Simone and Gigi Good, because we hang out, and you see me there, like just because like you not being included in that doesn't mean that I don't want you to there. That's plans. Like for example, when I first got here, and it was myself, Brooklyn, Vanjie, and Silky hanging out, and you were in LA. You weren't like, I cannot believe that you didn't include me because I'm
not friends with Brooklyn or Silky or Vanjie. But
at that point, you weren't close with Plastique.
Kim and Naomi, but it's not Plastique. It's me, Kim and Naomi. I introduced you to Kim and Naomi. You know Kim and Naomi because of me.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I did.
So hello. So all of a sudden, I was the bridge between Naomi, Kim, and Monet, and then all of a sudden the bridge is gone, and the two masses of land have just gotten close together.
We've also built something else by going on doing Work the World together for months and being like it becomes a different separate thing.
No one. It's not an act. All it is saying is you're hanging out. I wasn't there and I'm sad. Now you're taking it as an accusation because you feel like you've done something. Maybe I'm assuming. Maybe you feel like it's an accusation because you feel like that is negative. All I'm saying is, or even like this person, you're saying you hung out. I was not invited. These are all true statements. I am sad. These are all true statements. Now, if you feel like that's an accusation, that says a lot about how you feel about that behavior.
Well, only because this person is saying because in what this person was saying, she's like, I've confronted A and B about it before, about them hanging out with other people and not including me because I don't want to make plans anymore. Or they said I've spoken to. No, they definitely said they've spoken to A and B about it. So you're saying that you've spoken to them about not being included in everything, because that's why I'm taking it in the same way. Also, I am just not the type of person that I feel like I need to be. Maybe that's just it's not a me thing. I'm sure more and more people feel that way, but I don't feel the need to go to everything and be a part of everything. I was like, if I saw you, Kim and Naomi hanging out, I wouldn't be like, I can't believe they didn't invite me. I'd be like, work. You know what I mean? Like but again, that's just I don't think it's just me. I'm not saying I'm the weird one that only feels this way, but I just don't hold those feelings. So maybe I need to think about how I don't know. There's something I need to change in myself about that energy with people. I definitely don't feel that way.
It's not about changing.
It is because you're asking me to when I'm making plans with them to make sure I hit you up to include you as well. And I'm like, my brain just doesn't think that way.
I feel like you're not hearing what I'm saying. It's not about changing anything. It's not about saying like you need to change what you're doing. It's not saying like you need to do something different. All I'm saying out loud is this happened. I wasn't invited. I'm sad.
So the way to fix that to not feel sad is to invite you to the thing.
But that's not what I said. I didn't say that. I'm just saying out loud.
So how do you remedy it then?
And it's also not even necessarily asking for a remedy. It's just if you can't acknowledge how you feel with your friends out loud without them feeling like you're accusing them of something, that is a little strange. So what it is like, for example, if you all are hanging out, I'm not saying like if it's one of these situations. You, Kim, and Naomi, Plastic are hanging out. Okay, work. And then I think usually by like the 5th time, I'm like, oh, I never get invited. I would like to get invited. And then you say something like that, and then everyone goes, well, you didn't answer the text. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, can you call me? And then once you ask if you can be called, and if that just feels like you're asking for way too much for a phone call, then you're like, okay, now I feel maybe a little hurt about that. And it's not saying you guys are doing anything wrong. It's not saying you're doing anything bad. I'm just acknowledging my feelings out loud. What I'm saying is I want to hang out too. I would like to hang out with you a few of these times.
So to include you in is what I'm saying is but it's
not about doing it every single time. It's like maybe invite me out. It's not nothing wrong with being like if you see that I went to the mall and you're like, oh, I want to go to the mall sometime. It's not you being like, you need to change the way you go to the mall. You need to change the way you go to the mall.
I didn't say about changing by hanging out. I'm saying about
all you're saying is like,
you.
Oh, maybe invite you. I'll invite you to the mall 1 or 2 times. Just right, like when I asked you to invite me to Like when I ask you to invite me to St. Lucia, I'm not asking you to invite me to St. Lucia every time you go to St. Lucia. What I'm saying out loud is I would like to one day go to St. Lucia. One day I want to go to St. Lucia with you.
So the change that is to ask you if you want to come. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're making it seem, well, not you're making it feels like it's about changing the way all I'm saying is like, just invite me out once or twice. I don't want to go every time you go to St. I don't want to go every time. I do want to go to St. Lucia with you specifically one time.
Okay, then I'll invite you to go to St. Lucia.
I don't get why that's so funny. But also, the other thing I'm asking too is like, when I'm asking for a simple acknowledgement that you're like, you know what, I can see, and I'm asking out loud, saying again, I can see why that would be upsetting. But instead, you're like, I don't get it. I'm just not that kind of person. I would never be sad by that kind of thing. I just don't think I need to be everywhere. So then I did
not say I would never be sad about that type of thing. That's not now you're literally putting words in my mouth. That's not what I said.
You said something like, maybe I'm just different. I need to change my perspective. I just don't think I need to be invited to everything. That also kind of does an insinuation that I feel like you're like, I don't think I need to be invited to everything. I don't either. I don't think I need to be invited to everything. All I'm just asking is to be invited to something. So it would make sense if you would just say, oh, I can see that. I can see why that would be upsetting.
You know, I listen, I can see why that would be upsetting. And I think so then that we as a group, when something is happening, invite you to it. I mean, that's literally all I'm asking. You're like, no, you didn't. Now you're like, no, don't invite me. I'm like, you're literally fighting what I'm trying to say.
I don't need to be invited every time. I didn't say it's about change.
So how do I find out which times to invite you?
Do what?
How do I figure? Tell me, like, how do I know which time to invite you then?
And now,
like just like out of like if we also they happen like if it'll be like a random one like on Friday, you want to come get dinner? I'm like, okay, so like how do I know if I invite you to that one or not? You see what I'm saying?
But also, another thing, if the math is that confusing, then fuck it. Like if the math is that fucking confusing, if you're that confused by the math of inviting someone out to something, then just if it obviously it clearly doesn't come naturally to you, then just then it feels like, well then. It feels like asking for the moon when I feel like I know it's not. That's why it feels so wild.
Well, Roberta, when you come back from we're here, I'm gonna schedule a dinner.
Bitch, I don't want to fucking hang out with you. That's the podcast. Bitch, I don't want to fucking hang out with you.
Like bitch. That dinner I scheduled for your birthday last year, which was lovely with Kim and I. And you know, I'm gonna schedule something this year for you. Well, now you just don't remember.
I don't remember what did we do?
Never mind. Then I guess it wasn't memorable.
What did we do on my birthday?
Bitch, you went out to dinner.
Where? Answer the fucking question. Where did we go?
Cara, bitch.
With Nick?
Nick? But no one said nobody with no damn Nick.
Nick was there.
Nick was not there.
You took me, Nick, and Jacob to car. I have a picture of it.
That is not true.
Jacob, do you remember going to car with Nick? Was Monét not there?
I was not there. I have not ever seen Nick in LA.
You've never seen Nick?
Nick came to LA because I surprised Nick. I surprised Caldwell by getting Nick a ticket down to surprise
and we called Monét, and Monét was like, you got to go to Cara. And we called Monét a Bakary.
I took you to Cara for your birthday. Anyway, it's just not important. See, this why I don't invite this nigga nowhere, because he don't even care. It was his fucking birthday. He don't even care.
What is Cara? What is Cara?
It's a restaurant, bitch. What do you mean? What is it?
I mean, what kind of food, Monét? Jesus Christ!
It's like American food. American Italian fusion, kind of. It has a pool outside. All right, we have to go. This has been over an hour. I have to go. I have things to do. Thank you for talking about advice. You are fucking wild, girl. You are fucking wild. Bye, y'all.